Stay locked in.
You never know where this job may allow you connections to start that business you've always wanted. You never know when your coworker might end up being your biggest advocate later on.
This is Blair Durham with Black Wall Street Today, your media hub for all things Black entrepreneurship, politics, news, and events in Hampton Roads and beyond.
Hey, would you like to be a guest on Black Wall Street Today with Blair Durham? The link is in the show notes.
And now, here's your host, Blair Durham.
Greetings. Welcome. It's the 124th edition of Black Wall Street Today with Blair Durham. Sounds like we've been doing this a long time. I'm excited. Today's show is sponsored by Milestone Mental Health Agency, as well as Apex Financial Group of Virginia and the COO team. A huge thank you as well to our sponsors at Fulton Bank, Atlantic Union Bank, as well as Truist Bank. Of course, we're in for a treat today. We're talking with a phenomenal group of entrepreneurs. I also want to remind you about our upcoming real estate conference. It's HR RealCon 21, our 5th annual real estate readiness event. We are so excited. We've expanded the event to comprise 2 days this year. So I will kick off on Friday evening, April 30th, with a segment from Danita Hayes of Victory Allegiance Realty and Wall Street Cafe. She's also the founder of a new movement, Women Flip Houses Too. She's one of the most successful real estate brokers in the Hampton Roads region. This new movement is all about, of course, empowering women with the tools and information that they need in order to achieve success in real estate. We'll also have on Friday evening a piece on wholesaling for dummies, and this segment is hosted by none other than Seiko Varner, the founder and CEO of Positive Vibes Incorporated. He'll be bringing some other wholesalers to the table, talking through certain aspects of private money lending. He's one of the most recognizable faces in Hampton Roads easily. And so I certainly want to invite you to participate in the Friday session as well as the Saturday session. So Saturday morning, come back for a mini first-time homebuyers course sponsored by Virginia Housing Community Development Corporation and James Taylor. During this mini course, we'll learn about available grants to lower closing costs. We'll talk about how to shop for a realtor, and we'll look at what the market is doing now. We also have a Buy the Block segment with Clarence Harris, a building a successful real estate business with Kit Lockett, another segment with Seiko Varner focused on, again, the private money lending piece, and we'll conclude with a real estate roundtable. We'll bring all the professionals together and get some closing thoughts, no pun intended, final tips. It'll be a brief discussion on how to get started in real estate right now. This event is also free and open to the public. This event is also virtual and accessible from wherever you are. And this event can be registered for by visiting our website, blackbrand.biz, BLACKBRAND.biz. Already 87 individuals registered for HR RealCon 21, our 5th annual real estate readiness event. I look forward to seeing you there. It's time now for our very first guest. His name is Samuel Varner. Yes, you heard it right. Samuel Varner, the CEO of Sam's Financial Corner. Personal finance, investing, and business have always been Sam's passion. He's the author of Developing the Workforce of You, a guide to a harmonious work, life, and soul. He possesses an MBA with a concentration in finance from Strayer University. Welcome, Sam. How are you?
Welcome, Blair. Thanks for having me.
I'm excited to have you. You know, any Varner is going to definitely be a friend of mine. So just excited to have the conversation. So how you doing? Look, I was on with the great Seiko Varner last night. He told me that you and I were going to have some fun together. So I'm excited.
Don't hype him up. Please don't ever call him the great anything. His head is already swole. Don't.
Well, he is one of my favorite people.
Nah, I love my cousin. I love giving him a hard time.
Yeah, he's really a great guy.
Yeah, he really is. Don't tell him I said that though.
Let's talk about the work that you're doing in finance. You know, Man, literally since the start of this year, we've probably had a segment, 1 to 2 segments a week that have really focused on this financial literacy piece, on the personal side. Of course we do the business stuff. Business is great, but the personal stuff, it seems like that's a passion of yours. So kind of share with us the work you do and why you do it.
Well, the work I do, I consider myself more of a personal finance coach. A lot of times people are like, well, Sam, I want to make money, or Sam, I'm trying to save. And I'm like, they're like, I'm not doing this, I'm not doing that. It's what I tell people oftentimes, it's not about how much money you make, it's how much you retain.
Yeah.
And like, for example, someone's like, Sam, I've never made a budget. And I'm like, you have a budget right now. Like, what are you talking about? Where you spend your money now, that is your budget. Just because you don't officially call it your budget, it's still your budget. And so what I try to do to the best of my abilities is encourage people to have dominion over their finances, because you can. A lot of times we get in our head, we think it's too much. And I'm like, it's not. It really is simple. A lot of baby steps, a lot of little small things really add up in the long run. And the inspiration of why it's so important to me, because it is things that were passed down from my grandfather to my mother. And she would always say, well, just save $1 a day. You'll have $30 at the end of the month. You'll have $360 at the end of the year. And so I always take that approach when I consult and talk with people about personal finance. It's not about doing great big things. It's really about those little things that really can add up over time. But what I really try to do my best to encourage people to understand is that you can do whatever it is you want to do. If you want to live in another country and work, if you want to travel, if you want to buy a second home just because you want to, you can do that. You just have to believe and then start making the plan and the steps. Without the faith or belief in yourself, you won't do it, because in your mind, you already see it as not happening. So that's why it doesn't happen.
Gotcha. So kind of starting with that mindset piece.
It's absolutely essential. Without the mindset, you won't do it. But the thing is, we already have the mindset of, I'll always have to work. I'll always be broke. I'll always have enough. And that's the mindset that we oftentimes operate in. My goal and my work is to get you out of that mindset. A lot of times we look at people like Jeff Bezos and Bill Gates and all these other billionaires, and we want to be like them. And the thing I say is, yeah, they're rich, but you don't always know how they got their money.
Right, and you definitely don't know how well they're sleeping at night.
Exactly. Exactly. And so, and at the end of the day, what I want people to understand is, what does being wealthy look like for you? You create that picture. What does it look like? Does it look like you lounging on the beach? Does it look like, is wealth for you finally pursuing your passion and the thing that you love? What does it look like for you? Not what society, your mother, father, anyone tells you should look like. What does it look like for you? And then construct that plan.
Yeah, I love that. Very practical. And at the end of the day, I mean, if we are not happy, what difference does it make?
Exactly.
What difference does it really make? Okay. Yeah, it makes sense. So I get the mindset piece. What are some of the kind of practical things that you're teaching? And before we even go there, we have either received or we are going to receive, many of us, a stimulus check.
Mm-hmm.
What are you recommending individuals do with their stimulus checks?
Well,
Before you answer that, I have to raise this point, because I remember last year when we got stimulus, it was very difficult for me to find things like Old Bay Right. It was very hard for me to kind of, get my regular piece of salmon at Kroger because the seafood line was wrapped around the department, and I just kind of felt like, wow, our people are happy. They're able to, get and prepare a good meal, But what are you suggesting practically about this influx?
I'm glad you asked that, because as I've seen online, I have seen the TikToks. I'm about to get me some crab legs. It's going to be on and popping. I've seen it where some people are saying invest. Some people say, well, you shouldn't pressure me. Here's the thing. We're all adults. If you need to pay your rent, pay your rent. If you have any expense that you need to take care of, take care of it. But if you don't, I would suggest for most people, one thing I like for people to understand is if you have money coming in and you don't need it for anything, sit on it for a while. That is one of the hardest things for most people to do when they get an influx of money coming in that they didn't expect. Sit on it for a minute. Don't be like, oh, I want to spend this, I'm going to buy this, I'm going to buy that. If you need it, use it. But I would say, of course, invest in real estate, look at other opportunities. But if you don't need it right away, let that money sit in your bank account for a minute. And think about what would be the best option for you. Rushing to spend money is what keeps us poor.
So again, mindset of, this sense of urgency about making purchases.
We too in a rush to do everything. Think about, I'll use this example. God, I try not to be bad, but think about any job you've had. Your boss gives you something to do, and what is it? You like, I know darn well this don't need to be done right away. I need this ASAP. I need it right away. Gotta be done. And it doesn't. We sometimes take that mindset and apply it to our personal lives. If you don't need to spend it, don't spend it right away.
Yeah, just hold it.
Yeah.
I like the practical piece too, around going ahead and taking care of those immediate needs, right? Pay the bills that need to be paid. A lot of times we'll kind of put that to the side and take care of, any number of consumer activities, being kind of prioritized. Yeah, it's important. So I appreciate you giving voice to that. What else? Practical instruction that you're providing in terms of financial literacy and helping people to achieve their goals.
The practical thing is, my thing is, number one, you can absolutely do whatever your goal is. Number two, looking at a recent poll a couple of years ago, I think it was 2017 or 18, I forgot where I saw it, where the average American has, less than $500 saved? And I'm sorry, I don't remember where I saw that at.
Oh yeah, I've seen similar statistics.
But it's that, and think about how this pandemic has hit and affected so many people. You got less than $500 saved. The money stopped coming in because normally the majority of us just have one source of income. I saw this meme and it was so beautiful and I loved it. And it was like, money says, if you save me today, I'll have your back tomorrow.
Bingo.
And to take it on a deeper level, we oftentimes don't have our own back when it comes to money. And we need to start doing that. So for me, that is why I really say hold the $1,400, because a lot of times people are like, but, and I understand when people say, but it's not going to grow in a savings account. And I get it. You're right. The rates are not what they used to be 20 years ago.
Sure.
But a lot of people don't even have, if you have less than 500, that means that you don't even have money saved for 1 month's worth of savings. That means if your job ended March 15th, tomorrow, April 1st, you're like, what am I going to do? So it's best to it's best to bolster your savings, or sometimes, a lot of times, I do encourage people to invest in the stock market. People are like, I'm scared. And I'm like, look, I learned a long time ago, it's simple. There is a lot more complexities, but with Cash App and now, like, I think E-Trade or Charles Schwab, you can do stock slices. You can do a little bit. You can do like $1. You don't have to do a whole lot. Just start. And, the wise ones, they say, invest in what you know. If you got Comcast, then you invest in Comcast. If your cell phone, Apple, then you invest in Apple. And you don't have to invest a lot. Make sure that no matter what you do, that you make it fun for you, but not just for you. Because for me, I do want to educate adults. And the reason I do that is because I want them to understand, as you're learning, you got to teach this next generation. We don't want them to be where we were.
Sam, I got to cut you right there. No, you're good. We got about 4 minutes remaining, and I want to make sure that we devote some time to talking about your new book, Developing the Workforce of You, a guide to a harmonious work, life, and soul. Wow. Sounds deep. I kind of want to read it.
It is deep. You definitely.
What's the framework you're applying here?
The framework it's a collection of lessons I've learned from others and from myself. And the book is designed to help you no matter where you work, no matter what your profession. It's designed to help you to stop seeing your job as this pain in the thing that pays you and start looking to see what opportunities are there. Like I tell people, I don't work for your company. I don't have the position that you have, but you may have opportunities that are afforded to you that can benefit you in the long term. You never know where this job may allow you connections to start that business you've always wanted. You never know when your coworker might end up being your biggest advocate later on. But if you have that attitude and you're smart and you're smart mouth and you're ignorant, people aren't going to want to work with you. And so my book is really about checking yourself. And then once you check yourself, to help you to see beyond just the 9 to 5 and start to see that this can be an opportunity, and to help you realize that may have been some opportunities that you missed in life.
Man, I love that. Taking that inventory, because you're right. I mean, in any scenario, every single person is a suite of opportunities unto themselves, right? And you're right. We don't always kind of leverage those relationships that are right there. I've seen that play out, and I'm just thinking to myself, like, why don't you just ask the question? Like, that kind of fear of rejection gets in the way, and that analysis paralysis gets in the way, and the next thing we've squandered what was right there really to help us. Okay, yeah, I love it. I kind of feel like I want to gift it to a few people.
Well, please do.
Yeah.
On the other side of our fears, that's the happiness, that's the joy, and that's the opportunity. And that's what I want, and I hope that many people understand. Your fear is not trying to push you away. Your fear is saying, come over here, because beyond this door that you know nothing about is exactly what you're looking for. And so from a work perspective, but you can also apply this to these principles in your personal life as well. I really want to see people succeed in life. And as a Black man, seeing other people succeed and seeing other young people now with apps and everything, it's truly inspiring. And so I want to leave my mark on the world and to help inspire people in any way I can.
Sure. Developing the Workforce of You, a guide to a harmonious work, life, and soul by Mr. Samuel J. Varner, now available at samsfinancialcorner.com. Where else can we get it?
You can get it on Amazon.
And available on Amazon. Perfect. I'm going today to get my copy. Oh, I'm excited. We've got about a minute remaining. Please share your contact information. How can you be reached? Folks want to get in touch with you.
Okay, so you can find me on Facebook and Instagram, Sam's Financial Corner. I also have a YouTube channel, Sam's Financial Corner. And my website, samsfinancialcorner.com.
Sam's Financial Corner it is. Sam's Financial Corner. Sam Varner, we know he's got great blood. Yes, so glad to have you on the show today, and definitely looking forward to a future conversation as things progress. I mean, would love to have you share any of our other platforms and really talk through this developing the workforce of you piece. I could see a series, right, as a result of this work that you've done. So again, thanks so much for being here, Sam. Right. SamsFinancialCorner.com, book available there as well as on Amazon. Save the date for HR RealCon 2021. It is our 5th annual real estate readiness event. Why do we focus on real estate? It's an incredible way to build that wealth portfolio. This year, our event is in partnership with VHCDC. There are pieces on first-time home ownership, commercial real estate, flipping properties, wholesaling properties. Again, a free event. You can register blackbrand.biz.
Hey, this is Seiko, DJ Seiko Varner, but you also know me as your favorite private money broker. So make sure you sign up for HR RealCon 2021. You definitely want to check out the workshops that I'm doing. Wholesaling and private money. Yes, make sure you register for HR RealCon today.
Again, a free event. You can register blackbrand.biz.
Stay locked in.
This show was brought to you by the consulting services of Positive Vibes Incorporated. We do debt restructuring, we help with credit repair, and we put money into the pockets of real estate investors. If you're a real estate investor, get in contact with us. If you need debt restructuring or credit repair, get in contact with us. 757-932-0177, 757-932-0177.
Phenomenal. Stay with us online at Black Wall Street Today on Facebook and Black Wall Street Today on Instagram, and then follow us on Twitter as well at BWS Today. We look forward to talking again next week. Have a wonderful week. I have said, and I will continue to say, that the most important priority for the Black community is the Black community, not a particular political party. Phenomenal.
Hey, yo, when I say black, you say Wall Street. Black Wall Street. When I say black, you say Wall Street.